Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mia. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, click the bell, all that good stuff. And if you're returning, thank you, I appreciate it. My face always look dry, y'all. I just washed it. I ain't put nothing on my face after that, but y'all good. Y'all know what I look like. So today we're gonna do a Q&A. I put a link on my Instagram page, my personal Instagram page, to ASKFM so that people could ask any questions that they want. Just like a little icebreaker. Y'all can get to know me. That's why I was like, you don't have to add, the questions don't have to be about tattoos. It's just anything. Like, I haven't used AskFM since high school. So when I logged in, I was like, oh, are people really asking me questions? And I tried to even Google it. I was like, does AskFM send you random, like, anonymous questions too? And I was like, it was like, they was like, no, if they send you generated questions, it'll say from AskFM. But then at the same time, it still be having, like, I don't have no, like, followers or anything on there, but it'd be random, like, I guess VIP people that have questions. I really don't know how this shit work, but it be coming to my questions. So how I'm gonna do it is, I'm gonna just answer the questions that I wanna answer, like, even if they wasn't really technically directed toward me, because I know not everybody was gonna ask me questions. But this still fun, like, these questions was kind of funny. A lot of people was just saying shit just to say shit. And they're anonymous. That's why I put anonymous. Like, I got tough skin, y'all. That's why I say you can ask me any question. I'm gonna answer as truthfully as I can. I have tough skin, but I'm still a little sensitive, so don't be too. All right, so we're gonna go all the way to the bottom, and whatever, I'm gonna read if it's not anonymous, I'm gonna just go ahead and say the person's at or whatever, just cause it's not anonymous, so whatever. But all the anonymous ones, I'm gonna tell y'all. First question is from Amanda. It says, do you have any pets? Yes, I have a dog. His name is Kobe Carmelo Jordan. And it's my heart, it's my baby. It's like, no, I gave him that last name, Jordan, just so he could have like a whole all-star name, but next question. This question is from Be Honest. And this is one of them VIP people that I was saying maybe it just send out generated questions. But do you really know how to cook? Yes, I know how to cook, but I'm gonna tell y'all this. I only cook for myself. I don't cook for like the whole family. I don't cook for Thanksgiving. Like, I just cook for myself. So I don't really make sides, y'all. Like, I don't make sides. It's like certain shit that I don't know how to make, but it's nothing to pull up a YouTube video, get on TikTok, learn some recipes. Like, it's really nothing to cook. But I will say that some people just have that ability better, like, without having to measure and stuff like that. They just got that. They can have that. I'll eat y'all food, y'all got it. Because my sister, like, she really can cook. So that's why I never really, like, everybody in my family know how to cook. So I'm the youngest. I'm just always there to eat. Nobody really asks me to cook. All right, so I'm gonna keep on down. I'm gonna skip that one. That's like a general question. Matter of fact, I'll answer because I used to do DoorDash too. It says, do you believe all workers, DoorDash, Uber, Lyft, waiters, etc., should be tipped fairly? I believe that because I used to be a waitress. I just feel as though you're not required to tip. I just don't like the people that use that you're not required to tip to not tip your server or whatever, because like you literally, like, doing DoorDash, Uber and shit, you're literally, if you doing Uber, if you call an Uber, you're getting into somebody else's car. I don't really tip nobody on Uber either. So like, if I tip people how I feel like tipping. So it's like, I never been a person to be like, oh, you have to tip everybody. You have to tip waitresses because they only make $4 an hour. That don't got shit to do with like the actual customers. Like, as a customer, that don't have nothing to do with customers. That has something to do with the management, business, and all that. Like, they should be able to pay their workers enough, especially if they gonna treat us like slaves, got us on our knees scrubbing in the shit like Annie. Like, y'all, that's not worth $4 an hour. That's most of the reason why I never stayed long in like the places that I did work, because they would really overwork us and think somebody about to stay there forever. Like, what is your birthday? My birthday is, that's an anonymous question. My birthday is March 9th. I'm a Pisces. If y'all, for anybody that's like real in tune like with astrology and shit, I'm a Pisces sun, I'm an Aries moon, and I'm a Leo rising. Y'all do what y'all want with that information. But yeah, my birthday's March 9th. I was like, okay, let me tell y'all this. My birthday, March 9th in 97. I was born the day that Biggie died. So every time, like the actual day was, he died on March 9th, 97. So I always tell people, like, especially because I was big, I used to be big, like growing up, always the biggest kid in the class, like big, fat, whatever you want to call it, like, but I also like to rap, so I always used to tell people, like, I'm really like Biggie reincarnated, y'all, don't fuck with me. I was weird, I'm still weird, but that's why everybody know what it is. Have you ever dated anyone who has been in prison? Yes. I feel like, because, I mean, even before I went to jail, like, I'm not somebody that is a judgmental person. That don't, just because you've been in jail don't mean nothing to me. It's what you do after that. As long as you not keep going, you not going backwards. Like, because if you've never been in jail, if you've never been convicted, if you've never been arrested of anything, like, you don't really, it's like you gonna have a harder time understanding the system and what they try to put on us. I don't judge people. Like, I accept all types of people, just as long as you not the same person that you was. Like, as long as you learn your lesson. Like, people go to jail for like wrongful shit. People go to jail for dumbass charges. Like, it's not always. And shit on paper too looks worse than the actual shit, because you can literally, somebody can write a statement about you and it's that, and then that shit is on your record until you could get it expunged or whatever. And like, in my case, I never got anything expunged. All my cases usually get dropped, but I should get them expunged because this shit is dumb. But I don't even be paying attention to that shit, bro. So yeah, yes, I have, to answer that question. This is funny because this question just popped up, but this is like one of the reasons why I wanted to do this ASKFM. But this is an anonymous question. It say, why you gay? Y'all, I do not like girls. I don't like girls. I'm not gay. Like, I'm not gay. I never like claimed to be gay or nothing. I might have said I was bi in like high school, but I still, like, I've never been with a girl. I don't like bitches like that. I really don't like nobody like that. I don't like niggas, bitches, nobody. Like, I feel like because of how I am and how I talk, people like put shit on me all the time. Like, oh, she a dyke, she did. Like, I used to dress like a boy, and I'm real live like a tomboy, but I don't want to be with no bitch. I know my attitude, and I don't like, and I know how bitches are. Cause I'm a girl. Like, the fuck, I don't like that shit. I talk aggressive because of shit I've been through, and I mean, I always, like, that's just how I am. Really, I'm not one of them girls that be like pressed up on my appearance. Like, right now, I'm cooling. Like, I'm not pressed to do my makeup and shit. I used to do my makeup going to work. That's the last time that's the only time I really sit there and do my makeup, is if I'm like, if I gotta go to work, bartending, like serving, waitressing. Like, I'm not like, I don't like girls. I don't want nobody I don't even want to say that, because I don't want y'all to make it seem like, oh, like I'm not lying. Like, I never been with a girl, never, like, I used to have fake like girl crushes in school and shit, but it never was like given like, oh, I'm trying to talk to her, like shit like that. Like, shit, I tell y'all this, I might have it like, I'm cool with like a threesome, like, or something, but I don't even like I really just don't like people. Like, you really gotta have like a good soul and I don't get no type of bad vibes from you for me to like even consider that. Like, I really just don't see myself with a woman. Like, I don't see myself like, not only I want to say, because for one, I want to have a kid. I do want to have kids eventually, but that's not even just the only reason. I just don't see myself like marrying a girl. Like, I don't claim that for myself. I don't be like, I like girls. Yeah, I just had to say that because a lot of people, and I feel like people be trying to flirt with me and shit. I'm like, I don't really, like, I don't know how to take that. Like, when I first started serving, my first serving job at Applebee's, like, they, like, bitches was, like, smacking my butt and shit. I'm like, don't do that. Like, don't do that. That's why I feel like people think, like, I'm a dyke. Or, like, a, whatever y'all want to call it, stud, whatever. But, because, like, no, like, I just don't want you touching me. Like, I'm just real, like, to myself. I don't like to be all up on somebody. Like, if I really am all up on you, that's because I really spent time with you, had conversations with you. Like, I feel like people be too quick with that lovey-dovey shit. I don't even tell, like, it's a, like, growing up, I'm barely like saying I love you to people. So it's like, I don't like, it's hard for me to show affection. Like, I show affection in different ways. Like, I show affection in just being there, listening to someone. I be feeling bad though, because I'm like, I don't want y'all to think I'm a mean person. Like, I really just don't. That's not my steez. Are you married? No, stink. I'm not married. I'm married to the money. I'm married to my business. You know, that's it. Like, people just be saying shit on here, like, telling me about myself. I'd be like, okay. Who is your favorite anime character? I don't watch anime. Like, I don't really know too many, like, anime names and shit. The closest thing I ever watched, the closest thing to anime I ever watched is Avatar, The Last Airbender. And, like, people don't really, I mean, if you a real anime person, I guess, I know you're not gonna think that's anime because it's not, like, Japanese based or whatever makes an anime. But I feel like it still got the same, like, components of that. So, but that's my shit, Avatar. If you ain't see that, if you never seen Avatar, watch it on Netflix. That's like one of my favorite cartoons of all time. And then after you finish that, watch Legend of Korra, which I had to get a little older to watch Legend of Korra, only because I seen that first episode and I was irritated because they were supposed to pick up off the last one. But it's actually a good show in itself. So, how many hours do you sleep? It depends. I really love my sleep. I love to sleep. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes I can't sleep, and sometimes I only get a certain amount of sleep. Like, but I would say in all, like, on a regular day, like, my regular sleep, a good sleeping schedule is like 6 hours for me. And sometimes it don't even be the whole 6 hours. Like, you don't necessarily need all 7 hours of sleep. I usually do be good off 3 or 4, but I like to sleep. I like to dream, so I don't know. This question is from Anxiety Filled. This is one of them VIP questions again. Did you play any sports growing up? If so, what sports? Yes, I played basketball. I never played, like, on nobody's team. No, I just played basketball. I played basketball in 5th grade. My position, that was always center. I told y'all I was a big kid. But I never was on, like, an actual, like, I did, like, workouts and tryouts in 9th and 10th, maybe, I want to say 9th grade. I want to say 9th or 10th grade, I can't remember. But, and then played the shit, like, at the recs and outside. When I used to work at the rec, I used to, I used to crush them little kids on the court. Like, they was some shit. They was like 8 though, but still, like, they wasn't seeing me. Any suggestions how to release some stress out? This is not really a question for me, but I just want to answer this because I be needing it, and I just said this. I think a good stress reliever is to get you a punching bag, because you can't fight everybody, and when you want to just go down there and hit the bag a couple times, like I really feel like I'm going to invest in getting me a punching bag. Also, just like for me, when I relieve stress, relieving my stress literally is listening to music, dancing, smoking weed, draw, sing. Yeah, I like music. What is your favorite social media platform? Right now, it's definitely between Twitter and TikTok, because Twitter just be funny for no reason. Twitter just let me, I can say what I want. Just get my mind off. Like, I usually keep my page open, but bitches be weird. Like, so I just decided to, I mean, I'm probably gonna open it again eventually, but bitches be weird. So I just put my page on private, and just so I could talk my shit in peace. And TikTok, because TikTok, I would have been got on TikTok if I knew it was that, like, if I knew, I'm thinking, like, when TikTok first came out, I'm thinking, like all that extra shit. Like, I wasn't trying to be on, like, that's how I am. Like, that's, like, my personality. So, like, I wasn't trying to, I didn't want to get on there and then make it seem like I'm just following this wave. Like, but I really, like, do dumbass shit like that all the time. That's why I said YouTube is perfect for me. I'm supposed to get my locks done, my hair done later. But yeah, Twitter or TikTok. Do you like people? Y'all know the answer to that. This question is from Manny. Do you believe in ghosts? I don't believe in ghosts necessarily, but I do believe in spirits. Like I said, I'm a spiritual person. I believe in a higher power. I believe like there's something that we don't always see, like another dimension, whatever you want to call it. Like I believe in it. Yes. So technically, I'll say yes. Do you like girls? Like I said, that was the I knew it was going to that question, but no, I don't. Will you ever get married? One day, yeah. I want to. I don't even know, actually. Maybe. I'm young right now, so I don't even be thinking about that shit. Like, I really, like, I do, but I don't. Like, I don't like to get too close to nobody, so. This question is from Austin Mahone Official 74. It say, oh, this one of them VIP people too. It say, what horror movie scared you as a child growing up? Y'all, I used to be terrified of the Leprechaun. Back to the Hood, all of them, In Space, in fucking the country, like wherever, like. And I feel like because of that movie, it also, just, my sister said the same thing too, like it grew. I don't really have a fear of little people, but I do. I'm trying to choose my words wisely, but I do tend to jump sometimes when it just catches me off guard. Like, and I feel like if you're a little person, you should understand that. It's no hate. I love y'all. But yeah, Leprechaun, Freddy, like Nightmare on Elm Street. Freddy was always the worst one because I'm like, bruh, what? You in my dreams, like that's my favorite place to be. Like, you can't come here. I would say Leprechaun and Freddy Krueger. Those was like my biggest one. And the clown. Yeah. How old are you? I am 24. That's a question. That's an anonymous question. I'm 24. I will be 25 in March. Do you speak French? Oui, je parle français un petit. My French is real broken though, because I went to a French immersion school from kindergarten to 8th grade, Robert Goddard. Yeah, so that's how I know French. And then by the time I got to high school, I took one French class, and they put me in the highest French class because obviously I was learning French for 9 years. Like this is like fluent for me. And it was too easy, so I stopped taking it. I really should have took Spanish, because I feel like, you know, that's more. I mean, even though we got some French speakers out here too, but it's like more Spanish speaking, and that's more like what they look for in jobs. So I wish I would have took Spanish. But yes, je parle français, mon ami. Try to find some good questions, cause some of these I might save for like another topic, cause y'all be asking me like advice and shit. Okay, I like this question. If you knew your bestie's partner, this is anonymous. If you knew your bestie's partner was no good for them, would you tell them? Yes, I would. If you my best friend, like I would try to. That's a hard question, also, because people tend to like only like you can't really tell somebody nothing if they're not really ready to hear it like that. So I would voice my concern. I would try to say it in the best way I can without hurting their feelings. But at the same time, if you my friend, like I gotta tell you, like, because I'd rather people tell me the hard, honest truth. Like, don't sugarcoat shit around me. I don't, that's not what I want around me. I don't want fake shit around me. I'm too opinionated. I'm too, like I said, confrontational to have people around me that don't know how to speak up for themselves. I can't, because it's not gonna work out for me. It never do. So I would tell her, and is she really my best friend? If she's really like, she'll either take it for what it is and do what she want to do. She'll listen to my advice. But if somebody not ready to let somebody go, because love really is blind, like if somebody not ready, they're not going to. So I would try to be there as much as I can until I can't no more. So I just don't. If I feel like you like are putting them above everything else and like I'm gonna fall back until you come to your senses. But I would tell you, I don't like to be around like dumb shit all the time. So it's like I would tell you, if you still doing shit that I don't like, I'm gonna have to fall back. It's still love at the end of the day, but I'm gonna have to fall back. Are you from Mexico? No. Oh, what's your zodiac sign? I told you that. I'm a Pisces. Are you an outdoors person or do you stay inside mostly? I am both. I'm very much a homebody, and I very much like to go outside. I like to walk. I like to run. It's like, no, I don't like to run. I don't run nowhere, but I'll speed walk. Yeah. But yeah, I like the outdoors. I like pools. I like beaches. I just don't like sand in my toes. Do you get offended with the questions on here, or do you just ignore the ones you don't like? That was from Anonymous. No, I don't get offended with the questions on here because y'all don't know me. I don't know y'all. And anything on here is that if it intention is to offend me, it's coming from somebody anonymous, so don't offend me at all. Between the siblings, are you the oldest, middle, or youngest? I am the youngest. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you handle a long... Oh, that was from Anonymous. And this is from Anonymous, too. Can you handle a long-distance relationship? No, I cannot. I need to be in your skin even for the relationship to work. So, no. Okay? I need to be in your skin. If someone calls you over the top, what does that mean? That's Anonymous too. People say this shit about me all the time. People say I do too much. My favorite reply is I'm doing just enough, because I really don't do too much. How to deal with rude people on this app? Don't. This is from Anonymous. Valentines Day plans. Right now, I don't got no plans for Valentine's Day, but to just take me, myself, and I on the Roof Chris steakhouse date, bitch. Like, that's what I want to do. It don't even gotta be Roof Chris, but I only say Roof Chrissy because I miss y'all if they start, because I used to work at Roof Chris DC, so I might go back and just take my little take a little self-care day, Valentine's Day, buy me some flowers, like for real. This is also from Anonymous. It says, do you believe in manifesting good things? I literally live by that. I live in manifestation, prayer, like that's just how I am. Always been that way. That's why I feel like with tattoos, I really, like, that's really my calling. Like, if you knew me in elementary school, I had a fucking tattoo book of shit, like of different like little designs, hearts, butterflies and shit, and people would just choose them or whatever. We was in like 3rd grade. People would just choose them, and I had my little pen, right, and I would draw on people, and it was like they would choose from the book, and I would draw the same shit that they chose. And then not only that, like my mother used to get this, just like random shit that I feel like this has always been my calling. Like growing up, my mother used to give us spelling bees like every like week or whatever, and just to like, you know, help us spell and shit. And the winner would win like $5. I told you it was like 3 of us. And I was so like the first time, I feel like this was like the first and only time, honestly. I said every week, but I feel like this was like the first and last time I did this. But we had a spelling bee. I was the first one to go, and my word was tattoo. Bitch, I spelled tattoo, Tatto. And ever since then, like, I hated that word. Like, I was so mad I didn't win that $5, young. Like, cause then they was laughing. I'm like, this fucking shot. Cause I don't like, especially as a kid, I don't like when people laugh at me. Don't laugh at me. The fuck is you keep laughing for? So they was laughing because I spelled tattoo wrong. Like, I don't know. And then like even my sister said that. She was like, that's so funny. Like, that was like your only word that you spelled wrong and you do tattoo. This question is from Anonymous, and it says, ever been used and abused? Yes. I've been both. I feel like who hasn't been used in some type of way? Like, people, as human beings, people, like, I feel like that's in our nature to like use people, even if it's unintentionally. Like, that's just what it is. People use people for their own gain. That's just life. But yeah, I've been used, abused, all that. I'm gonna do a separate story time about my most toxic, abusive relationship, whatever you want to call that. But that's gonna be, like I said, whenever I get up to do that, because it's a lot. Like, it's a lot. I was dealing with somebody for like on and off for like 5-6 years, and I'm just now like really starting to move on, like without them. So it's like, it's just weird. Like, I'm just now coming to like realization. I do therapy. I go to therapy, and I always tell people, talk about you need therapy. I'm like one of the biggest people that like advocate for therapy. Like, it's not always easy to talk to somebody about shit. Like, it's not always like, you gotta find the right person. You have to find a therapist that you're comfortable with putting everything onto the table. If I'm not comfortable coming straight out and saying like everything that's on my mind, I'm not gonna do that. But I'm not perfect. Like, I don't know why people think I have everything figured out. I feel like it's people that don't understand. Like, be thankful, like, that you've never been in somebody else's shoes. Like, next question. This question is from OnGod. This is one of them VIP questions too. How do you feel about dreadlocks? Y'all know I love me my locks. I love locks, I really do. And I feel like it's something with the dreadheads that do something to me, but at the same time, I'm not pressed for like niggas with locks. I like I just like locks. Like, I'm not pressed to talk to a nigga that got locks. Are you serious about marriage? I don't know. I feel like I just answered this question, or I answered this already, but yes, I'm serious. I just want to find my soulmate. Like, I want somebody that want to do life together. Like, I don't want to be stuck in the same place forever. I don't want somebody that is like, I don't want somebody that is afraid to jump out their comfort zone. I don't like that. Like, I want you to be yourself. I want you to tell me about myself. I want you to be able to listen. I want you to me, like, just listen and not judge. Like, it's just all come down to that. So yes, I'm serious about marriage, but I'm only serious if it's my soulmate. Like, if it's my soulmate. Anybody else, fuck y'all. This question is from OnGod again, the same VIP person. It say, what's your favorite number? My favorite number is either 7 or 4. What's worse than death? This is anonymous. I think what's worse than death is to live, to be living but not living. Like, you're living, you just going on with your routine like a damn robot, and you don't got no ambitions or nothing. Like, I feel like that's worse than death, because once you die, then what you gonna have to say? What's your legacy? Like, what are you gonna say about yourself, that you still was in the same spot that you've been in for 30 years or 40 years or whatever? Like, still doing it, still lying, being sneaky, still cheating, still doing the same shit you was doing when you was 17, 18, 20, 21. Like, yeah, that's worse than death for me, is to be stuck. This question is anonymous. Do you see yourself as an introvert or an extrovert? I am definitely both. Like I said, I'm actually very introverted, and I seen like a post somewhere, it was like I thought I was like extrovert, but I'm an introvert. I just know how to be extroverted, if that makes sense, to do the shit that I want to do. Like, cause like, you have to be a people person for the shit that I do. You have to be a people person. And to be honest, I am really a people person, but I can't be around people too long. And I feel like if you're real, you understand that. So I don't like to be in everybody's face if we just sitting up and like, we getting too old for that. So I feel like I am very introverted, but I know how to be extrovert. So that was a good question. And that is all the questions. Matter of fact, I'm gonna ask y'all, I'm gonna read the questions that I had typed up. Let me see if they still on my Instagram. Where is it? Did I delete them? Okay. So I'm gonna read the questions that I posted on my Instagram. I don't know if y'all can see this. And these are the questions that I just typed up for my my promotion video. What made you start doing tattoos? So I got into doing tattoos. Mind you, I say I always been an artist, always knew how to draw. I used to actually design tattoos in high school for people, and they would go get a tattoo, but like, it's not like I was doing that like every day and shit. Like, I still was in art, but I still was in visual arts, but it's not like I was doing it every day. So what maybe, I feel like I always was gonna get into doing them, it just took me a while. I started in 2016, so yeah. It's funny because the people that was in my art class, VPA, in my high school, they started doing tattoos before I did. So the nigga that did the like, he did, as a matter of fact, he fixed this joint for me. This I keep looking at it, but the music notes right here. But he had did my crown on my back first, for my birthday. And He was the first one out of us, and then my other man that do tattoos, she was the next one, and then I was the last one. And I thought this other girl was gonna start doing them eventually, but I don't know if she still wants to. She might, but if she see this video, who knows? We on money moves all 2022. So yeah, he did this. I actually asked the other girl, and this like, because, all right, so I asked the girl that did this rose tattoo for me to do my crown tattoo because that's who I was closer to back then, but she was being funny, so I was like, okay, let me go to my other man. He did the crown on my back. Let me see if I can show y'all real quick. But yeah, he did the crown on my back. And then after that, I feel like I started I bought my kit off Amazon, and it was just up from there. I technically started 2016, but I ain't really start shit didn't really start popping off till like 2019. But yeah, the reason why I wanted to do tattoos, for one, to give back into the community, to be able to just do shit that I always wanted to do. Like, it's really a platform. Like, I could always do tattoos, but it's really a nice platform. I always wanted to support other Black businesses. That's why on my Instagram page, I have like a whole highlight section of people that I just run into that has businesses, and they're Black owned businesses. So it's just all about supporting women empowerment too. Like, but I just gotta be, I'm understanding, but I just can't let a lot of shit slide. So it's certain, like, life happens. You're not always gonna be with the same people you started with. So I just look at it like that. But everything is a learning experience. Everything, I still feel like I'm doing what I wanna do. I'm putting some type of something into these people that'll make you go harder for what you want to do. If you feel like you gotta cut, like I said, if you feel like you gotta cut me off, if you want to go away and do your own thing without my name attached to you, that's cool too. Like, but I don't like fake shit. With that being said, that's when me start getting into tattoos. Just wanting to be able to provide. That's why I was doing a toy drive for when, like, the toy drive. I do a toy drive every year for, I've only been doing it for 3 years now, but I donate to the same like women and children shelter. I just want to like continue to expand that. I really wanted to do it for women like that was abused and stuff like that. I don't have my own kids, so I feel like doing stuff for the kids makes me happy, and that's just like what I want to do. That's why I'm so passionate about certain stuff. Like, y'all have not, I put everything into this, like literally my blood, sweat, and tears into this shit. Like, that's why I be so, people be thinking I'm all over the place, and I can admit that I am sometimes, but y'all have no idea like what I had to go through to get to where I am today, and still like be having to give myself pep talks every day, still have to tell myself you're gonna be good, you're gonna be okay, everything happens for a reason. Like, y'all have no idea. How did you come up with your business name? My business name is Delusional.Ink. Literally because, all right, so I had to switch my name because it used to be Tatted, BXTCH, and because I couldn't, you can't trademark stuff that got like cuss words or profanity in it. So I was like, I've been looking for, like, I had a whole list of different business name ideas, and Delusional.Ink was on there. But yeah, I said Delusional.Ink because that's just bitch's favorite word to describe me. She delusional. But my whole thing was, I've never been delusional in my motherfucking life. People like to make it seem like you're crazy or delusional when you know how to read somebody. Like, bitches was calling me delusional, crazy. Nobody, I mean, I'm always lying and shit. Like, I don't have no reason to lie to nobody. I don't have no reason to lie to y'all. If y'all come on my social media and y'all trying to put two and two together, that's a different story, because it's fucking Instagram. Like, people come on there to lie and make shit up and play. Like, you gotta get it how you live, or fake it till you make it. But I've never been the one to have to lie for people to fuck with me. I've never been the one to have to sugarcoat shit. Like, I'm gonna tell you how it is and you gonna take it for that or not. Like, but bitches just love to use that word, delusional, and I'm like, okay, I'm delusional. Well, shit, my work is delusional too. Fuck, shit is crazy. So thank y'all. That's it for this Q&A. Keep them questions coming.